Fighters seal the ring.
Our tail of the tape here at Routes 28. Ashworth, 35 years of age, 5 years a senior of Ballardin at 30. The weights are even, the records. Ballardin on debut, Ashworth 2 fights, 1 win and 1 loss to date.
And Ashworth with a long spell out side of the ring. And he made a really impressive professional debut on a Route show a number of years ago now, back at the Melbourne Pavilion.
Mortal Kombat 11, love it. Couple of knives, a couple of blades as well, but in terms of the 8 blades, they're about to be thrown here in the center of the ring. 3 by 3 minute rounds here at Routes 28. Ballardin in the white trunks, Ashworth in the black.
You can see there's a bit of a size discrepancy as Ballardin, a big tall guy. As I said, cut a lot of weight to make this. James woke up a kg under on weigh-in day, so see if James can navigate that. Ballardin doing a good job at the moment to impose his height and reach advantage with the good strong jabs and some body kicks in behind. Ashworth stepping into the pocket, trying to get some clinch going early. He's very good in the clinch. Just manhandled there by Ballardin, who just shoves him out of the way back into his own corner, lands a good stiff jab and a 1-2 to boot.
Now with the uppercut, Ashworth trying to tie up Ballardin. Into the corner here is plenty of tonnage coming to collide here in the corner. Nice elbow there from Ballardin. Ashworth, though, wore it well. He's back in front, catches the kick. A little bit of a slip.
Yeah, well, James is using that long guard up against the ropes very well to deflect much of the damage, but just as I say that, he pops his chin up like a periscope on a submarine and eats a big punch. Needs to settle into this one, does Ashworth, because at the moment Ballardin's really stamping his authority with some big punches, digs to the body with the right hand. Ashworth comes up with his chin in the air, has it snapped back for good measure.
Uppercut there from Ballardin as they exchange kicks here midway through a furious first round. One of them is cut. See blood somewhere. Anyway, there's a nice 1-2 again from Ballardin. Chopping to the outside now, Ashworth changing levels.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the weight cut has affected Ballardin over the distance, because he's really loading up on those punches coming into the first. So if he doesn't get James out of here. Oh, he's got a
shot
tucked away in the corner now, going to work with his lunchbox under his arm. He's ready to clock out early as Ballardin. Some huge punches landed right in Ashworth's own corner. Ashworth needs to rally here.
Ashworth took him as if he was concreting on set jobs. Great chin to keep where 2 or 3 of those from Ballardin. And now trying to chop to the body.
Good kicks from James Ashworth there, just going hard to the body, trying to sap the gas tank of Ballardin, which is a good idea. He's just getting outsized here quite often. When he gets into clinch, Ballardin's just really able to implement that size advantage and outpower him as Ballardin just uncorks a huge right hand. He looked like Walker Eunice coming in from the members end with that one. Left knee from Ashworth as the 10 seconds clappers go, and 2 big guys start to settle down a little bit after 3 minutes, Stephen.
Wow, what a round. Plenty of bombs thrown in that one. Ballardin, I'd have to argue, probably got the cleaner shots. Ashworth, though, took as good as Ballardin could throw at him and managed to get it through that first round, but plenty more to come.
And Ashworth really needs to take a second here and recompose. There were big punches, and especially over there in his own corner, I think that'll really have sapped his confidence. He just needs to suck it up, get back in there and get back to the game plan. Ballardin, on the other hand, he's getting some good instructions there in the corner. He's got Pinky Donald up from South Australia, probably translating for Aram, because no one can understand what he says, not even his wife. Always needs constant subtitles, so nice to see a bit of a chop out from the Pinkster, and round 2 about to go underway.
This fight also brought to you by TIS, the translating interpreting service, TIS National. Don't ask why I know that number off by heart. Anyway, as we go back, round number 2 here of our second fight of the evening. Ashworth and Ballardin, 88 kilos.
82 kgs, I believe, but
82,
they look like they're 88.
Yeah, I was going to say.
88, two fat ladies, as they say. Ashworth just needs to be really careful lifting his chin in the air. He's tilting his head back, and when the glove finds it from Ballardin, it looks terrible.
Whoa.
Snaps it back, right hand finds a home.
Ballardin back to work, trying to pierce that guard there again of Ashworth. Chops to the outside leg.
Yeah, well, Ashworth, when after he kicks, he's narrowing his base right up, which means he's not in a position to be able to check the return and be balanced in doing so. So as he catches that teep and fires off a right hand, that's better from Ashworth, but Ballardin, how's the power on that right kick as he just slams it home into the rib cage.
Indeed, he's finding a home for that nice stiff jab there as Ashworth went to the body with the teep. Now chopping again to that front lead leg there of Ballardin. They both have the same idea in the corner, and then Ballardin decides to go to the breadbasket.
Yeah, we can see that Ashworth's trying to step in and land a big left knee. Oh, he can't just leave his chin straight up and down because the right hand of Ballardin's like a heat-seeking missile, and it's right on the mark.
As again, Ballardin comes towards, you can see that left latimus dorsi there, marked up there of Ashworth, looking pretty red, but he's still standing right in front of Ballardin again. To the lat he goes.
Yeah, he's taken some huge kicks. So I wonder how long till Ballardin changes that up and goes up high, because that left arm now is starting to drop from James Ashworth to protect the body. Oh, and another one thunders home. Oh, it looks like a drop high on the left flank of James Ashworth.
You can hear that one across the road, across Settlement Road there. You can see the cut as well underneath that, on that left side of the rib cage. Ballardin now trying to step up with a knee. Solar plexus.
Sorry, Steve. You can tell when a kick draws blood from the flank that has probably had a few Ks per hour. And just like I said, I wondered how long it would be till he snuck one upstairs, and he has.
And again, he's got a couple upstairs on that exchange.
Good knee there from James Ashworth. That backed up Ballardin. Now James is just putting himself in the opposition's corner, which isn't a great idea. I'd like to see him back up and get some instructions from his own. Or maybe over here to the commentary booth. I've got a couple of things I could say to him that I reckon would help, Stephen.
As we get the check here from our producer and the referee, Trevor Law, at the moment. A nice right hand there from Ballardin. He is found to target for that a lot of the fight. And then a left there to close out the round. As Ballardin throwing some heat here to close out round at number 2. Ashworth taking plenty. But we have 3 minutes to go between now and the judges.
Yeah, well, look, he's taken plenty because he's just leaving his head straight up and down and his chin right high in the air. And it's just inevitable that anything that Ballardin throws down the pipe is going to find a home. So we'll see if the Bones team pick up on that, or maybe they'll be finding a job down at Subway come Monday, courtesy of the big boss. Ballardin, well, he just needs to stay. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing because it's working. The right kick, obviously, has been on the money from Ballardin, and the big punches too.
Yeah, particularly that body kick to the right rib head, and then that overhand right. So found the target of James Ashworth as our second fight of the evening here at Roots 28, Catch a Fire, Rebellion 33, New Generation to follow. Plenty of fights between now and that card, though, is the second of them of the Roots one, and the third of 3 by 3-minute rounds here at 82 kilos. James Ashworth and Dylan Ballardin about to get underway.
Ballardin's starting to use some angles now, just to, I think it's to set up that right kick. So he's angling off to his left. James Ashworth, hands horribly low again. He needs to really be careful because Ballardin's got some real power. Trying to step in with an elbow now is Ashworth. Ballardin a little bit lighter on the feet coming into the third, using his footwork to try and set up that right high kick, I believe. Goes low instead. The left-hand side of James Ashworth, and all kinds of bother. He's going to be sleeping on the other hip tonight.
Ballardin now trying to just set things up with the jab. He gets a couple of nice uppercut there off the back foot. Now 1-1 to the body kick from Ballardin. And again to the body. And Ashworth now trying to come forward and get out of that corner.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to come forward and try and land an elbow. I'd say at this stage, kind of Hail Mary stations for Ashworth. It's reprimanded by Trevor Lawler for hanging on to the ropes and kicking. Bit of a no-no. Good strong teep from Ballardin. Backing up Ashworth. Now you can see there the real size discrepancy between the two. This time Ballardin's turn to put his hand on the ropes and kick high. Or can Ashworth muster late? He needs something big, you'd feel. And he's pretty gassed from those big kicks to the body. Oh, good old classic Trevor Lawler telling off. Straight to the naughty corner.
They call it no nonsense ringside for nothing, as it's right on top of it, as you can see there. More blood coming from the ribs there of Ashworth. He eats the right hand. They're looking for an elbow of his own. Ballardin, the nice counter.
Yeah, Ashworth, he's playing off the ropes here, but he needs to come forward because he's losing the fight. And it's just allowing kind of Ballardin to come on the front foot, which is where he does his best work, it would seem. Hands low now from James Ashworth in the neutral corner, right in front of us here in the best seat in the house. Wherever you join us from, I hope you're enjoying the action. We're off to a great start here at Roots Catch a Fire, Stephen.
Indeed we are. Ballardin now hook off the front. Has Ashworth backed up here in neutral corner. Fakes and goes again to that left rib there of Ashworth, which has taken plenty of punishment, and then decides to even it out on the right-hand side with the hook. And again, just teeing off on those floating ribs there.
Yeah, that was a big connection there right in front of us, wasn't it, Stephen? I felt it through my cheer. 10 seconds clappers go, and I think that'll be relief to the ears of James Ashworth.
And to the ribs as well.
And to the ribs, that's for sure. But the fight's not done yet as Ballardin comes forward, lands a big right hand. And it was a tough and valiant effort from James Ashworth. But tonight, you'd have to think it was all about the man from Sydney, Dylan Ballardin, who stormed into the professional ranks with a really good showing.
All three judges see it the same, and your winner on debut by unanimous decision, Dylan Ballardin.
Dylan Ballardin, our winner here in our second fight of the evening, getting the unanimous decision victory over James Ashworth, and he'll take the win back to New South Wales.